Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Tuesday, November 19th, and let's see what's happening here. The heat map's a little bit red. NVIDIA is the one that's green this morning. They have their earnings coming up tomorrow. Everything else is pretty red except for Walmart, it looks like. So let's go through and see what's happening here. That's not. I thought it would actually open up kind of green, so we'll see what's going on with all these bad boys. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. And here we go. Let's have another great day. Let's see what our SMCI is doing this morning. Let me look at it first and see. It's still up to 25.36. It did pull back a little bit. Where's its volume at 8 million right there? Let's see what's happening here. It did shoot up there. It is the 19th. It opened up at 29. It ran up to 30, came back down to 25 right there, 25.75. It did just cross through though. I would expect it to start bouncing again as the market opens. We'll see what happens, but it did pull back a little bit, but I think it is going to start to try to cruise back up. It's back into the 26s. Let's go through and see what else is happening here. I know we have our Jolie's jumpers waiting for us, so let me take a look at them bad boys. I had just reposted them, so they're right there. ACRS, let's see what that's doing this morning. ACRS, that one shot up. I know we looked at it yesterday. I think it was running up yesterday. It was running up from 215 to 354, and this morning it's still going 352 to 379, and it's still up at the top at 378. So this one, Claris Therapeutics is running this morning, and it ran yesterday. It's staying at the top. So there you go with that bad boy. BAOS. Let's see what this is doing. It looked like it was pulling back. Let me take a look at it. BAOS. And that is yesterday's date. It was 187 to 203. Its low is 173 and it closed at that 203. So it did bounce up in the after hours and closed at the because this one said it closed at 176. So it jumped up in the after hours. And so look at BAOS. It's not doing anything yet as far as I'm seeing, but it does look like it's going to have some momentum. So keep an eye on that. That BITO is up some more, and that's the Bitcoin ETF. And I'm telling you, this thing's just gonna stay up at the top, it appears. So that is that BITO, and we've gone over that. And that BKKT is way up again, $33.94. And again, the DJT Trump Media is talking about buying that over acquisition, and also Trump media is expanding and talking to Coinbase. So that just came out this morning too. So all kinds of crazy stuff with crypto. I've been saying it's going to be getting crazy, guys. Crypto is going to get nutty, and it already is. So BLNK, Blink Charging Company. This one's starting to curl up there. So here we go. BLNK. It's going to run back up. Let me just look at it on mine, but it looks much better. So I would take a look at it. Looks like that bottom was in at 150 area, and it's at 158. So keep an eye on that BLNK. It's going to start moving. That BTCT, it dipped yesterday. Let's see what it's doing now. It's back up 45 cents. It looks like it almost wants to get back to the top, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. If it does, it'll be another good little quick momentum play because it'll shoot right up there. It had to come out of the top and make some room. Drug did the same thing, DRUG, when that was running up like crazy, and now BTCT did it too. So there you go. DJT, it's down $2 this morning and pulling back. It was setting up there yesterday, running up with that news, and I'm sure it'll get curled up there real soon. So DJT will get moving, just a better opportunity right there at $30. So there you go with DJT. And speaking of drug, DRUG back down to 36.43, and it is pulling back exactly like I was explaining. It was way up there, it stayed up long, tried to crawl back up, and now it's pulling back down. So be careful with that. DXYZ, this one's up 34 cents. Wants to get back into the top. DXYZ. And just be careful though, because again, it's hitting that top at 36. Another one ran into the top, started bouncing back up. It could pull back here, and that's DXYZ FRES. Let's see what that's up to. Fresh two group. Let's see what's happening here. It's just pulling back, but looks like a bottom on FRES. So yeah, I would say this morning it is yesterday it was probably rolling 99 to 135. It closed at 123. So it looks like it started to get cruising yesterday and it's looking good FRES. So keep an eye on that bad boy. HCWB. Let me see what that one's up to. HCWB. HCW Biologics, and that's ran up yesterday like crazy, 91 to 252. And this morning it's just sitting there at 159 to 167. It's back to 156. HCWB and 156. Yeah, and there you go with that. But it did have some momentum. It could try to run back up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to get as high as it did yesterday. It got up there yesterday. It ran pretty wild. And so that's HCWB and HUT. This one's pulling back, and another one's been in the top for a while. It does look like it wants to crawl up in there and stay up and move, but just make sure. And again, you know how I look at the top. I don't like to mess with them because you just never know, and they're going to come back down, and then you're getting screwed right there. Uh, JWEL. Let's see. That one did run up yesterday. It ran $2 to 337 and 265 to 275, and it's sitting at 275 right now. So watch for this thing. Could have some momentum as well. JWEL. And yeah, it must be an OTC. It didn't come up on the FinViz, but it did pop up on mine. So there you go with that one. MSOS. That's the cannabis ETF. And this one is just a big old fish hook just setting up here. So keep an eye on it. That bottom was the other day at 402, and we're at the 490. So there you go with MSOS, NCNC, that NOCO Inc. I know we looked at that recently, and that shot up over 100%. There you go. That was just on the list, I think, like last week. It was up yesterday. We didn't even notice 9 to 17 and then 16 to 29 today, and it's up at 21. So NCNC, that thing just blew through 100% right there. So congratulations, anyone that was holding that from the show, because we definitely went through that. PRFX, let's look at that. PRFX. Pain reform, another one that we definitely went over recently. PRFX, yeah, we definitely went over this. Was on a laptop lowdown and 58 to 192 today. It's at 144. So that one got cruising, and that is that pain reform. I remember saying it was getting set up there, and there you go. How about Rivian? What's that up to this morning? Well, let me see if I could type it in here. There we go. RIVN down 2 cents, just sitting there, getting curled up and ready. It's right on that support line, and it should stay and curl off of it. I would think. I don't think it's going to come down under it. So I think Rivian will get set up. It ran the other day. We knew it was, and then it came back down, and it's another opportunity, it looks like. And there you go at Rivian, Sezzle, SEZL at 399. I remember when it came down, dipping down into the 200s, and it's still running up there. So keep your eye on that because that's a nice momentum play. And SMCI, let's look at it again. It's up to 26.12 right now, looking better, like I said. And it's going to get cruising, it looks like. So look for it to hit around that $30 area. It was there. It had already got there yesterday and it just pulled back, but I think it's going to get wild, over 9 million in volume already. So there you go at SMCI. Soar, remember this one? It started to soar finally. SOAR. And I know this was on our list before. It ran up yesterday, 19 to 35, and then this morning, 31 to 47. It's back to 28, but that definitely soared. So there you go at SOAR and STRL. Let's see. Sterling Infrastructure, that one's curling back up. It just came out of the basement or out of the top. I think I say that every time with this. Out of the top, and it's gonna get cruising back up towards that 200, and it's at 185. And SYM Symbiotic. I saw this last night. It was trending on Stock Twits, and it jumped up pretty big right here. SYM. It was running yesterday 30 to 39, and this morning 38 to 40. So there you go. It's at 39. Keep an eye on it. Looks like it has some momentum. SYM. And there you go, your Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate that. And let's see, like I said, the market's mostly red. Let's see what's active here and what's going on. That NCNC, that one just popped up there. PRFX, another one we just looked at and we had looked at before, so we were early on both of them. NSOAR, we were early on that. I don't know about HCWB. I don't remember. SMCI, we were early on that. ELAB, let's see, it's down 2%, nothing crazy. And I'm telling you, this thing wants to get set up and run. It's just flat. If the market was green right now, this thing would be popping up there. So keep an eye on it. ALCE, I know we looked at that recently. I don't know if it was yeah, we definitely looked at it, and that's jumping up there, up 25%. Alternus Clean Energy. So we had just looked at that bad boy. That's moving. Let's see what else. That QBT is kind of up a little bit, but that was pulling back. It could be curling back up. QUBT. Um, SVMH down a little bit, 3%. It's getting set up. HAO is up. We looked at this last night. That thing wants to get moving. That looks like it jumped up a little bit from 23. It gapped up because it closed at 22 and it's almost at 24 right now. So HAO, another one we looked at is gapping up there. TRNR, there you go. It's up $1.60. What I tell you guys? Um, it was going to start popping back up. I think you might have a big runner right here. Just I didn't know it had that earnings. It had the split and it looked good. And again, it still doesn't say it has earnings on FinViz here. So it threw me off and I didn't even see it until after we talked about it. And then I was looking at the stock twits and I noticed it and I said, uh-oh. I know I said it that morning. And I said, uh-oh, it has earnings. I didn't even realize that. So we might have to look at it again. It definitely pulled back there. And then it looks real good to get cruising that interactive strength. It's up $1.55 to 61% back in the fours. And it did. It pulled back. It was in the it was at 598 and then it dipped down with that earnings. And again, it doesn't even say it on here, but they did have earnings and it did dip down. I don't like to look at the earnings at all. So there you go. That with them bad boys. Let's see what else is going on here with our SPY and our big caps and all them real fast. Our SPY is down $1.05. I thought it'd be moving today. It actually crossed down, coming down. I'm surprised, to be honest. Didn't have that look last night, so it all just changed around. It'll stay right there on the 20 at 585. I don't think it's coming under that. We'll see, and let's see how it sets up today. Maybe it tries to bounce right back up. It's in that spot where it could pull itself up. So we'll have to see how the market opens because again, it was pretty red right there this morning for the most part. Let's just take a look. But yeah, it just looks like it's making a base right there, if anything, in that 585 area, 586. And let's take a look at our Nvidia and see what that's up to. That's up $2 and has its earnings tomorrow. And again, has that crazy look. It's super bullish. I wouldn't mess with it before the earnings. I can't tell if it wants to go up or down. It looks like it wants to curl up, looks like it wants to go down. I can't really tell. Earnings are tomorrow, and then we'll attack it after that. So here we go. Let me see real quick what's going on with Apple AAPL. It is up now 3 cents. It was definitely down a little bit ago. And like I said, that market could change around. It's at 2205, 228.05 for Apple. Don't we wish we were buying Apple at $22 right now? And but yeah, it's at 228.05. And I'm telling you, it's setting up, it curled through, and it looks good. Maybe it don't get crazy today. Maybe it does. We'll have to see how this market's going to react here. Google's down 85 cents to 175.95, just sitting on that line right there. But it does look like the SPY. See if it wants to bounce off that 174 area. So we'll keep an eye on Google. AMZN, again, Google set up super bullish. Amazon's just pulling back. We thought it was going to. It crossed down. And I think it was going to pull back into the 199 area anyway, hit that 20 and get curled up. And just because they cross down doesn't mean they can't make that hard curl up or get cruising really fast. You know that these bad boys can really quick. They just needed to make room on the chart so that they can really get cruising. So I'm telling you, these things are going to get wild really soon. And that's at least what it looks like at the moment. So we're keeping an eye on it. Meta's down $1.47. Another one just making that room. It was ready to cross through, and it's super bullish, setting up there around like $600 range, even higher. So it is in the 552s, and it is going to get moving. META. So keep an eye on Meta because that will set up. Microsoft MSFT down 93 cents. They all have that same look where they curl down and they're just setting up. So we'll keep an eye on all of them. TSLA, Tesla's down 72 cents. This one didn't crawl down. This one just hit the top and ran that top line. So we'll see how that runs. It actually looks like it wants to kind of keep going up. So I could see it getting green and moving. And how about that Walmart? Remember I was talking about that? Looking pretty good. Well, it's up $3 this morning, 87.18. So there you go. They do have their earnings. I didn't want to mess with it. Their earnings were today on the 19th, and it did pop up, but it did look good. And remember, I was saying we'll have to mess with Walmart after the earnings, but it looks good. Well, there you go. I mean, it looked great going into it. Today you could sell it. I'm sure their earnings are at night or after the market closes, probably in the afternoon. So there you go at Walmart, and that bad boy is cruising right there. Let's just look at our yin and our yang. The yin is down, so that is down 78 cents. So our yang must be up, and that's up $2.42, just like I was saying last night. I don't think they can drop them that fast. They can't make them run if you look at it. They can't pop them up too much and make them run multi-day on here. You'll collapse the economy in China. You'll make people just go nuts and start like taking their money out of the banks and getting wild. So they just can't do it. And so it's got to kind of slowly get up there. It's crawling back up, so we'll probably see a nice little run back up today, possibly tomorrow. And then you got to see that little stair step back down so that they don't collapse the economy. We were talking about it last night, and it's doing exactly that. That's what it looked like it wanted to do anyway. So there you go with that bad boy. And let's look at Lucid because that one was setting up really good. LCID. It's down a penny, but I'm telling you, it was looking good yesterday, and it is still looking good. That bottom was in the other day at 193. It's at 213. So there you go. Let me take a look and see what you guys want to see. Microsoft needs to fill that gap of 432 from October 30th. Yeah, I'm telling you, all these Mag 7s are getting set up. They're just pulling back to make that room so they can really get wild. And RD, I'll hit you up about the scanner about that and make sure that you're clear on that bad boy. Let me just see right here. Early morning with Web Bull, PRFX, SOAR, NCNC, TRNR, and there you go. That was Laptop Travel, all them bad boys. Like I said, we were looking at them. Let's look, Luis Rodriguez, at NUG. NUGT, that's the gold ETF. I don't remember if it's the bear or the bull. I can't remember. NUGT. It is the daily gold miners index bull one. Trying to remember what the other one was, but I can't. NUGT and then the opposite. But yeah, NUG looks really good. NUGT, that bottom was right here. You can see it at 37.98. We're back at 43.15. And I think gold's going to get wild. We were looking at something yesterday, that one gold index one, and was looking good. I forget what it is. I'll have to pull it back up off my chart or off the list, I mean, and see what that is. But yeah, NUGT's looking good. It's making that curl up, so it's going to bounce around. And but it's curling up pretty nice and getting moving. So NUGT looking good right down the road. LKL, yeah, what am I talking about? RKLB is that Rocket Labs. And this one that shot up, I would be very careful of it. It's at the top. It might want to stay up there again. Could be a momentum play. Um, but it's one of them ones that is up there so much that I would be personally be a kind of afraid to mess with it. It can come back down real quick. Yeah, can it curl up and run up? Yeah, if you can tell if it's curling back up and running up at the moment, you catch a real quick momentum play on it. But just be careful because that one could come back down on you. And DXCM, let's see what Dexcom's up to. And this one's just cruising back up to the top right there. It looks good. Had some nice movement on the 12th, and then it's just continuously moving up really good right there. DXCM, I would say it looks pretty decent. Just watch and see if it pulls back any. But today I'll look at it. It is up 7 cents, which isn't that crazy for it, and at a $76. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it and I'll see if it wants to have any pullback because it just has that look where it can either get curled up or pull back down. It's right there. I'll have to take a look at it. And that's DXCM. I think I already wrote it down last night, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I think I said let me look at it in the morning. Like I said, it's having that flat look, like it could do either thing. So I'll look at it as the market opens for you, Luis Rodriguez, and we'll check that bad boy out. Dust, thank you. That's the opposite. Couldn't think of that at all. NUGT and then DUST is the opposite, and that is dipping down at $58. It's down $1.60. So NUGT is going up. And thank you very much. Good morning, Green Thumbs. How are you right there? And Lucid, yeah, the chart's looking really good on that. There's our chart right there. And yeah, I was looking to see that crypto Green Thumbs UNFK. I'll hit you up today about that one because I didn't know. I saw you posting about it. I was following you. I went on your page real quick to check it out, and I don't really see a whole lot about it. I guess it's not even on Coinbase yet or whatever. But I'll hit you up. I meant to hit you up about it. Let me write that down too, and we'll get that figured out because I wanted to look at that for you. And I just have to kind of find a chart real quick or just see it. I know it's a new coin, and some of the new ones they usually pop up. Let me see. Maybe it did. This thing updates like every day. And actually, I did just have to update it last night, so maybe it's on there. I didn't look. UNFK, yeah, USD. It's not on here yet, so I'll look on the alt fins. I look on that one. It should be on there, and I'll take a look at it, and we'll figure that guy out for you. And that's at UNFK, and it's a crypto coin. It's a new crypto coin right there. So there you go with that bad boy. And let's see what else is happening here. Can't see it on Coin Marketplace. Yeah, we'll figure that out real quick and see what's going on with it. UGL, the only leveraged gold ETF. Let's look at that one. Hold on. That is UGL. Pro Shares Ultra Gold 2 times. Let's see. And that's curling up really good right there. So, yeah, we want to keep an eye on that UGL right now because that one's going to get cruising. That one's going to be a good one down the road right there. And let's take a look real fast at the it's still pretty red except for Nvidia and Walmart. Let's get into it and see the laptop lowdowns real quick. And actually, let me roll through and see what crypto's doing first. And let's see on this my app if it wants to open up. Huh, there it goes. Crypto is, maybe it doesn't. It's just loading up there. Here we go. Crypto Bitcoin's back to 92,282. It's up another 1,700 today. I'm telling you, these things are just rolling in the top. Ethereum's back at 3,145 right there. And we'll look at the chart. I'm pulling up Bitcoin's chart right now. And like I said, it just was curling down and rolling up in the 70. They just stay at the top. It's the craziest thing ever. Ripple's at 111. And what did I just hit? Ripple is at what? Hold on. Can't hit the button. Here it is. Ripple's at 111. And again, it's just way up there in the 70. it could pull back. It looks like it's going to kind of pull back, but you know how these things, they look like they're going to pull back, and all of a sudden they just get cruising again up there. Cardano's up at what, 75 cents. And again, it looks like it could just keep going up in that 70. Doge is at 38. It was at 37 yesterday. And Doge looks like it wants to get curled back up and running again. So there's Doge. Chain links at 15.12, trying to get moving. Sheeb's up a little bit. I think this one's going to get cruising, guys. So I think Sheeb's about to roll off and get really flying. So check that out. Let's look at FET real quick because that was setting up yesterday. FET. Let's look at that bad boy. It's at 133. Let me see what the chart looks like. It was hitting the 50 right there. It was trying to get through that 50 and 100 FET. And I'm telling you, this thing's about to curl up and get wild, guys. So keep an eye on FET. That one's been setting up for a little while. I know some people are heavy in that one, and it's a good coin. I think it's an AI coin, if I remember correctly. And that is setting up really good right there. Let's look at our WIF and see where that's at. 347, but that one is just kind of making a base, pulling down again, just coming down there, and it'll curl right back up. So it's making a base up here in the 340s. Another good one to take a look at. And let me see if I can take a look at some of the laptop lowdowns real quick. It definitely got late, and we were just cruising around seeing things, but here we go. And that UGL does have options, so I'll definitely be checking that out for sure. And that's at Gold Pro Ultra Gold shares because it is curling up. It's up $1.33. Watch for any pullback, but it's looking great right there. And let me take a quick look at some laptop lowdowns right here because you know that the 100%ers come off of this list and they start flying. HOFV, that one took a huge dip. I'll be watching that bad boy, that Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment. Nice dip yesterday. ABP or ABP, yeah. Um, wow, this one's taking huge dips. I'm definitely keeping an eye on that shell company. ADTX, I'm telling you, I don't know when this one wants to get moving. It's just running flat. It was set up trying to get rolling there. Now it's just sitting there flat. I think any day we're just going to wake up and it's just going to shoot through the moon. ADTX, APM, that one is dipping down. It was trying to cruise. Let's watch this one pull back and get a good price on it. APM, that'll be good. AQMS, AQMS. Here we go. Aqua Metals. And they just had their earnings. It pulled back. Their earnings didn't look bad. So this one's going to get set up. AQMS, keep an eye on that. ATIP, ATIP. We've been looking at that bad boy, and it's going to get curled up here. It looks like it's starting to make that curl, and that's a big fish hook. BAOS, we already went through that. It was dipped down there, or maybe, yeah, because I thought it jumped up. Hold on, let me look on mine. Yeah, it just started to move this morning. It pulled back, and yesterday it ran up in the after hours to 203. So watch that bad boy because it has some momentum. We went through it this morning. BENF. This is another one to keep an eye on. It ran up the other day and then took a nice dip right down to the bottom. It's entering the basement, so I'll keep an eye on that. BIOR, we'll see what that BENF wants to do. BIOR had earnings and that pulled back and will be a good one. It's in the basement, so I'll look for that reversal. Let's see what CMAX is doing here. That is CareMax, and that's getting in to be a really good spot. So I'll keep an eye on that because that's going to get set up to run. DATS, that chat, that ran up not long ago, a couple weeks ago, and now it's pulling back big time. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. DRCT, what a great list here of great setups because DRCT just got into the basement, has one of them gray earnings. I was looking around last night at them bad boys, and some of them do pull back like this, but now I'm going to keep an eye on this DRCT. Let me jot that down real quick. DRCT, Direct Digital Holdings, and see what it wants to do. It looks like it's probably going to get set up and cruising. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. DWTX, Dogwood Therapeutics, another great dip right there. I'll definitely keep an eye on that because that's going to bounce back off that support line right there. FEBO, Fenbo Holdings. This one's pulling back, trying to enter the basement. So another one. I mean, we're just a great list right here. GNPX. Let's see what Genprex is doing. I remember this ran up. Now it's trying to get set back up, making a base at that 140 area. So we'll keep an eye on that and see when it wants to move. We were looking at GXAI yesterday. It's pulling back a little bit. And let me see if it's doing anything in the pre-market here. Nah, just pulling back. So we'll watch that. It may try to bounce off that line. That's what I was seeing, but it's not showing me anything. NUKK. That's up 9 cents. It looks like that's trying to curl back up. NUKK. Let's see what it's doing here. Opened at 170. Yesterday it closed at 163, so gapped up a little bit. And it's trying to move just a hair. So keep an eye on NUKK. It could get moving today or tomorrow. NUWE. This one had run and it's getting set up again. I know they had their earnings and it pulled back. It's getting set up. It's just dipping down to that bottom, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that because that'll pop off. Why do I keep hitting J? Oh my God, OLB. You know what I'm looking at? OLB. I'm hitting J, looking at different letters. OLB Group. Here we go. This one's a great pullback too. What this is gonna bounce off that bottom. Let me take a look at that today. Why it's moving and see when it wants to hit that bottom. And now I'm typing in numbers. I don't even know what I'm doing here, guys. Holy cow. It's funny. Our Reborn, REBM, and you can see all the videos. They're up to date. I have even last night's live show up on the YouTube, so check them all out. And if you're not checking them out, subscribe to the page because, like I said, I'm trying to keep them up to date. They're all up there, and I'll put this one up in a little bit so you can check it out. And here's Reborn, REBN, and it is just in that basement, just chilling down there. So it's going to start to move. Laptop Travel likes it. It looks like REBN. And my chart looks a little better. It does look like it just bottomed out and starting to make that base down there. So keep an eye on that one. That one should start moving. RELI, let's see. That one's just pulling back in the basement. I mean, all of these are going to be set up very soon. You know that in the next 3 weeks, we're going to be talking about all of these bad boys running 100%. SGD is about to curl up now. Keep an eye on that. Safe and Green Development looking pretty good right there. SGD. Actually, let me see on mine. That is yesterday's date. What the heck? What date's this one then? SGD yesterday. It's starting to curl up there, so it says it's up 6 cents. I'm not sure, but yesterday 250 to 145 and it closed at 177. And I'm telling you, this thing's gonna get set up really soon. I'll keep an eye on it. I can't even tell what it's doing. Both charts are like totally different there. So I'll have to look at that today and see what's up with it. But it looks like it's going to be setting up. Silo, SILO. We were looking at that. It ran up and now it's pulling back. We'll have to see when that's going to bottom out. SOWG. That's so good, Inc. And this one's going to get cruising. They just had their earnings, SOWG, and it pulled back, and now it's going to start fish hooking up there. So that'll be a good one to keep an eye on. SGD is up 3% in the pre-market. All righty, because yeah, I can't tell what the heck. It does say that on FinViz, so I guess this is more accurate. Yesterday it pulled back and it is curling up. Keep an eye on it because it does look decent. My chart just looks all crazy. I don't know what's going on there, but that is that SGD Silo. What I even just say? That one is pulling back. We'll look at it. Wait, SYTA because we did SOWG, didn't we? I think so. That was at So Good. Yeah, that's So Good. That one's setting up right there. SYTA. Here we go. This one's pulling back. It was moving up the other day. It ran up yesterday, as a matter of fact. Or no, actually, Friday it ran up. This still has yesterday's date, and it's pulling back. So it did pop up Friday, and it's pulling back. T-Pet. This one was going to be a good setup. It just recently split. I remember we were going to look at it. Let's see. I'll look at this one today. It's not really doing a whole lot yet this morning. It has the 19th and it just says 139. It pulled back to 136. So I'll keep an eye on that because that is going to be a great one. TTOO. This one's looking good, guys. This one should try to get set up. I think yesterday was its bottom on its gray earnings, the gray E. And I think TTOO is going to be a solid one to take a look at because that one should try to run. And VRM, let's see what that's up to. That's at Vroom. I remember when this ran up and it's pulling way back right there, VRM. So we will take a look at that. VRM. And I'll find that buy. That just had a gray earnings too, and gray, and it's going to bounce off that bottom right there. It's at 425. It's going to bounce off like that 390 area. So let it pull back just a little more, and then it's going to go vroom. WLDS, let's see. Wearable devices. I know we've been looking at that. It looks like it finally bottomed out here yesterday, and it could be reversing. So keep an eye on WLDS because that one dipped down quite a bit. And ZENA, this one's a new one, but this one could get cruising. So it was up at $10 when it opened up over here on October 1st. And it's at 148, and it looks like it's trying to get moving right there. And that zone was pulling back. It ran up yesterday, as we thought, with a little momentum, and the shorters got a hold of it and just crushed it down. So we'll have to take a look at it and see if it wants to bounce back up. And there you go with our laptop lowdowns and CNSP. Let's see that one real quick. Let's look and see what's going on here. It was moving yesterday. Let me see what it is doing today. They just had their earnings and it does look pretty good. What day is that? It's the 18th. So that was yesterday. It went from 10 to 12, and this morning it's just sitting at 12. I can't get a good look at it. It's not telling me, but it does look like it wants to go up, is what it looks like. For CNSP, I can look at that, Barbara, and see if it wants to go up some more for you today, but it does look like it. And there you go, Xena. Laptop Travels interested. Let me look. I don't even remember what I just said. Oh yeah, that one's a new one. I'm telling you, that's gonna come out of that basement. Just I don't even understand. It opened up in the basement and it wants to come out of there. So I would say that one's going to get moving. Oh, CVS. Let's look at that. That's right. You did hit me up about that one. I forgot. CVS down 2 cents down here, and this one's getting curled up, guys. It's looking good for CVS. Let me see. Yeah, it's curling up just a little flat. Yesterday it was really good, 53 to 56. It closed at that 56, and that's where it's sitting right now. It's right on the 20, and it looks like it wants to roll. And Laptop Travel was saying that the options look pretty good. Wells Fargo upgrades CVS Health to overweight ups price target to $66. And it does look pretty good to get a little run in there. So take a look at CVS. And there you go, guys. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And have a great day. Laptop Travel, thank you for your list. And Asian Jolie, thank you especially for the Jolie's jumpers. Eileen, Green Thumbs, STX Confidential, Louis Rodriguez. We'll look at them ones. That DTCM, is that what that is? Whatever. DXCM, that's what it is. I'll take a look at that bad boy. East Coast Beach Girl, Miss Magdonia, how are you? Quid, Bong Prechan, Sherry, DYR, Money, Jonathan, Buddy, Andre, Kel, Lobby something. I'm not sure exactly, but something at your Gmail and Teesering and Barbara. Everyone have a great day. Again, locking those profits, trade smart. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be watching the SMCI. It's back up right now to $27, and the volume's at 11 million. So let's keep an eye on that. Nvidia and Walmart are green, and obviously SMCI is too. We could see if the market wants to change around. It could easily do it. So watch for that SMCI to hit that 30 right there, $30 area, and it is trying to cross through. Maybe today won't be that green, and tomorrow will be popping. We'll see how it goes. Nvidia's earnings are tomorrow, so that's going to dictate a lot. We know that already. So there you go. Let me know if you guys want to see anything today. And again, lock in those profits, trade smart, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day, everybody.